Hi guys, it's Jacob from Stringbuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being a music journalism site, links are in the description down below, and we have a brand new song review for you today, and it's the latest by While She Sleeps, and that's You Are We. I'm going to refer to the original article as I usually do for these videos, so I hope you enjoy. So even though I've never been a direct follower of While She Sleeps, I must admit their last few singles have been quite impressive, and Hurricane in particular, which is one I want to highlight, carried a really hard rock orientated vibe rather than being out and out metalcore, and it's nice to see a group be this unafraid and unfazed with varying their style, a style that is often heavily scrutinized by their own fans. I mean, it's ballsy to change your style when it comes to a metalcore group. You've seen like people like Bullet for My Valentine do it and literally just disappear off of the radar, but they've done it and it's worked well, and people are liking it, the fans are liking it, people are liking the change, and I think that's something to be admired at the moment. However, yesterday they dropped this brand new track, so shall we see what I thought of it? Well, I thought it was pretty good. It was a little bit corny, but pretty good. But I think fans are going to like this one much more than I did. I thought the constant guitar decoration was a nice inclusion, and it did add a homophonic melody that played against the vocals very well. It was very memorable as well, I think is the best way of putting it. I thought the drum sequences were quite exploratory and adventurous in the verses and chorus as well. And even that sort of bridge part, which was like a bit of a build. I didn't think the transitions were very good, but I'm going to get into that further in this review. And I just felt the song was more in depth than your average metalcore track. When it comes to production, each element sounds pretty defined in this mix. Metalcore is the genre with perhaps the most inconsistent mixing out there at the moment, ranging from weak and gutless to overtly thick and stodgy. But I think we actually got a fairly decent mix this time around. The guitar tones were prominent and cut through the instrumentation well, the vocals sounded powerful and had a great deal of presence to them, and the drums sounded thick and impactful with a really great sounding kick. I will say, as usual, the bass has been a little rejected in this track, and I just felt it had no tone or depth to it. It was a little bit forgettable. In fact, I couldn't even recognise it there when I was actually listening to the song, so it was non-existent. Moving on to the musicality, the track has some sections that I found very enjoyable. Like I said, the intro/chorus, which used that homophonic guitar melody, sounded intense and aggressive, really adding some further dimensions to this track. The drum fills and transitions in this track, though, are a little bit predictable. It would have been nice to hear something a little more intricate, but instead we got some nice build-ups and thematic changes throughout the track, which I did enjoy. In fact, there was a moment where the drums turned a little pop-punky, and that really took me out of nowhere, but in a good way, and I just felt if they could incorporate what they do in the verses and choruses sequentially with fills and some decent transitions, they could make really recognisable drum tracks that, as a musician, people are going to really take to. The guitar chordal progressions are a little bit too simplistic for me and aren't particularly catchy either, and I perhaps would have liked to have heard a proper riff rather than just the chugging. The chugging would have been fine, but it wasn't even that complex of a time signature. It was just in 4/4, and it was kind of a slow 4/4, so I was a little bit disappointed there really as well. Vocally, the track is strong, however, and I do think the diction of the dirty vocals was actually fantastic, and I do like that alliteration there. Clearly, Lawrence has a great technique, and it was showed off very well in this track. When it comes to the lyrics, the song is a little too cheesy for me. It's your usual metal shtick, and when you pair that with the blatantly predictable dynamics, it does come across as a little bit corny. However, I think they were vocalized well, and the performance sure did make up for their lack of quality. All in all, this is definitely another above average metalcore track from this group, and to be honest, they are probably the best band in metalcore at the moment. I can't even sort of deny that. It's exploratory, and yet again it's frenetic, and it keeps up the form which While She Sleeps are on at the moment. So I gave it a G rating of 6 out of 10, which might sound a little bit low, but that's still above average. I give quite harsh ratings in case you're not a follower of this YouTube channel as well as the site, but you know, 6 out of 10 is a good track. It's above average, and they're showcasing themselves to really be a force to be reckoned with in the music industry. So if you like this video, then please leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.